Hi guys, so today we're drawing Killua. So I've been obsessed with Hunter x Hunter recently. So Killua is my favorite character, it's a pretty popular main character, so that's not super big of a deal. But he's my main character, so I decided to draw him, and I love him so much. It's like I want to be best friends with him, sort of thing. If like he was real, I would want to be best friends with him. And I would probably be best friends with him. He's so adorable. My nickname for him is Cinnamon Kitty because he's a mixture of a cinnamon bun and a cat. Have you seen him when he's like this cattish thing? He's so adorable. I remember so many scenes where he has this cat face. He's like mischievous cat face. And I love it. That's a vibe. That's definitely a vibe that a lot of us have sometimes. So right now we're doing the line art and I have a sketch pre-prepared. We're actually getting to talk about the art right now. So we're doing the eyes right now. And I did his eyes triangle shaped because I feel like that matches with his personality a lot. Like, most of the time when people do triangle-shaped characters or pointy characters, they mean they're evil, but it just means they have like maybe a spunky personality or a sharp personality. I find those characters really fun to see, so I did like triangle eyes. And we're also doing the hair right. And you can kind of see how I like doing the line art, where with sharp lines, like pointy lines, triangle shaped lines, you know what I mean. The ends are thicker than the rest of it. It gets thicker at the point, and sometimes I don't do that, but most of the time I do that. Sometimes the pointy part is thinner than the rest. But also another thing I love doing with line art, which I observed from other manga artists, is where there's shadow, you do a thicker line where there would be the shadow, so it's shadowy. You still add shadow there with the coloring, but it's a nice way to give more line width. And that's how I like doing line art. And you can see that here, how I like doing line art with the hair, of pointy hair. I also really like doing sharp lines, but I like using shape language a lot in my thing. So a more triangle-shaped personality, I guess you could call it. I would do triangle eyes and like triangle little pupil things and very sharp lines around them. And if it's a soft person, I do more round lines. Not round lines, like more roundish shapes. But the eyes are always, well, at least the inner eye, like your pupil is always kind of sharp. But it's less sharp than a triangle, if you know what I mean. I like using shape language even in the eyes. You'll see that in lots of my art. I had so much fun with this picture because, again, I'm drawing Killua, and when I feel connected to the picture more, I usually have more fun with it, or it turns out better. So I started this show about a month ago, and I mean, if people are gonna ask, where do you watch it? I just watch it illegally. Just watch it illegally, guys. But recently, the site that I watched it illegally. Well, I don't know why I'm whispering at that part. But the place where I watched it illegally, which is Kiss Cartoon. I mean, Kiss Anime, not Kiss. Well, those are also places you can go for cartoons. But it kind of, at least for me, it kind of went down. Oh, also there's Watch 32. That place, I can't find it anymore. I don't know if it went down or I just can't find it for some reason. I'm almost done with it, and I watched both series because I loved it that much. I think it's my new favorite anime, but it's tied with other animes. I don't usually have one singular favorite anime. But right now, you can see we're doing the coloring now, and the skin is done, but we are now moving on to the blue stuff, like his little turtleneck, I guess, scarf thing. I don't actually exactly know what it is. I think it's like this turtleneck shirt underneath his short sleeve shirt. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But I kind of went full blocky coloring and then sort of feathered it out at the ends, and that's what you're seeing here. And then went in later with a lighter color because I didn't want pure white. And I keep darkening up with darker blues, but I want it to be still sharp line art, like cell shading, but with a little bit of softness for the highlights. But it's still cell shading. Shell shading. You know, I used to call shellfish. Does that make any sense? Like selfish. You know, selfish, shellfish. We used to joke about that a lot when I was a kid, but now I don't usually see them. But in my other house, there was a lot of them for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, off that random side tangent, we're going into the shading now and doing it darker with those terrible, terrible markers. They're pain. They're very much of pain. Not a hoo-hoos. These are not a hoo-hoos. I forgot what they are. Studio 71. But, like, at first it seems okay, but then the markers start to feather super duper easily. And hoo-hoos don't do that. And honestly, hoo-hoos are cheaper than these markers, so just get a hoo-hoo brush markers. Like, before I'd be like, well, you know, brush markers don't have brush markers. But now they do have brush markers, guys. Get that. I don't get why you get more expensive brands when there's, like, really good cheap ones. And now we're doing the hair. So I went in with more of an aquamarine color, but then realized, hey, this isn't the color I wanted. But I didn't just want to go in with a gray color. That was the closest color I could get. So I went in with a blue colored pencil and then went over with gray, so the gray would have more of a bluey tint. And that's what you're getting here. That really works with colored pencils, mixing colored pencils with Copic markers. So if you want a more of a, maybe some sort of hue, more of a reddish hue, do red over like this dull color and it'll be more vibrant. That's another thing I use. Now I'm going over the scarf with a light blue to cover all the white spots, the white highlight. I wanted it to be a little less of a highlight, so it's kind of soft but still cell shading. I like that look a lot, where it's soft but, you know, still bold lining and it's still cell shaded. I kind of like that. It's like a gradient inside the cell shading that makes it look kind of more realistic and soft but still hard shading, and I like that look. So now we're done with the eyes and we're going in with shading, and I just took the same color I used for the skin and went over it again because I didn't want to do it too much. And as you can see now, I'm using the same technique that I used on the hair, which is taking the blue colored pencil, putting it on putting it on the shirt, and then using gray to color it. So it's like a bluish gray, and I think I like bluish grays more because, I mean, I've never seen anything really gray. I've mostly seen like a purpley gray or a bluish gray. But right now I'm doing the blush, and I did it with a colored pencil instead of with a Copic marker because I couldn't find my pink Copic marker for some reason. So I'm doing it lightly with this pink colored pencil. And now I'm doing the nose and stuff, and for some reason there's this weirdly long pause. Sorry about that. Okay, now we're doing some more blush, and I did these little like eye bags I always do on my characters, and now I'm adding the highlights. I forgot to add that little eye bag before, but now I'm doing. So I'm not add the highlights on the cheeks because you are not complete without them. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what you think, and do you like Hunter x Hunter and Killua? And if you do watch Hunter x Hunter, which one is your favorite character? And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. More videos like this every Saturday. Tell me what you think about this art piece in the comments below.